Good morning. Happy Monday. That may not be a thing, but you know what? We're going to make it a thing. We're going to make it a thing today. Happy Monday, everybody. Whether we like it or not. Oh, good. It's so good to see people on already. We've got Terry. Hello, Terry. Hello, Joanna. Oh, I seem to have changed my, this is cool, actually. I didn't do this, but I really like the motif that this is. Oh, it's like giving really professional vibes. Good morning, Vi. Hello, Megan. Megan, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? We're joking because we got to do a live with our members yesterday. We had so much fun. And Megan says, hey, Andrea, it's been a while. I'm Megan from reading through Lenora's backlist with Jenny, Whitney, and Lindsay. Okay, I probably didn't need to read that. Sorry, Megan. Good morning, Lee. Oh, I'm so glad you're sneaking in again. It's definitely Happy Monday. Yes, Vi. So excited. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, how are you feeling? Only good thing about being sick is I can join the live show. I'm so happy you're here. How are you feeling? Please tell us. You know we are thinking about you, and we are sending you all the healthy vibes. Hey, Shannon. Now, this is a great way to start the week. Makes Monday so much better. Good morning, Shannon. So true. I'm just so excited to be with you guys today. I mean, I was just excited all day, all morning, knowing that we were going to do this. And to make it even better, I have a very special guest this morning that I cannot wait to introduce to you. I called her an historical author in the intro, but she's an author extraordinaire. We're going to talk about everything this morning with author Andrea Jenelle. Welcome.
Good morning.
We have got, is it morning where you are, by the way?
It is. I am EST, so it is morning. I am drinking my Outlander inspired coffee. Outlander.
We love a mug.
Whatever.
We love a good mug.
Let's just put it that way.
I love it. I told Andrea before we hopped on, I said, we are going to need to talk about your setup right there.
Yeah, which means alphabetized.
Wait, what?
Which needs to be alphabetized.
How long do you think that would take?
Oh God, I know, like a week.
And you were saying that this is half of it, or even is it even half?
Yeah,
only half. And tell us what's on the sides here, because you mentioned.
So this side, like all the top 4 shelves, it's all historical romance, and the top 3 shelves is like 3 deep, and it's all historical romance with step backs. So,
yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm in love.
And then this side is like all of my research and like my historical fiction. So this side's all romance. This is all like my research stuff and historical fiction.
Okay. Now I'm sure this is an impossible ask, but I'm just going to ask it just in case. Because there's so many books, I know it probably is hard to get your hand on one, but if there's like a step back or a cover that you're especially enamored with, is there one that comes to mind that you can reach right now?
So I love the old school Johanna Lindsay covers, and yeah, I have all of them. And I don't know if you guys know this, but was it Forever My Love? You know the one where like he's like basically naked and like you see like his thigh?
Yeah. You know? Yes.
Yeah. I get apparently the European version of that cover like is a lot more explicit. Like the really explicit version got banned in the US.
What?
Yeah, you can see a lot more of his booty. Yeah.
New life goal. Getting that book.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, when we went to Europe last year, I looked.
I was going to say, I was like, if you have that, we need to see it right this second.
Yeah, I wish. I wish.
And
I try to do Step Back Saturday like every Saturday, and like on my I Hate Romance account, and like show off what I have. So
yeah, I love Step Back Saturday so much.
I do too.
I feel bad. I often don't get to it until like the afternoon. I think everybody's just moved on. Exactly, hopefully not. Oh my gosh, it's even hard to figure out where to start. I have so many tabs up, which means there's a chance that I might disappear for a moment as I go too crazy with my tabs. I'll come back.
That's okay.
If I disappear, just talk amongst yourselves. I don't think I will. Knocking on the wood, but you never know. Oh, hey, Julie. Welcome from the UK. It's like 2 p.m. there, right? Oh, I'm so glad you joined us. I know, that's right, Shannon. We must find that.
Yes, we must. I don't know if you guys know Whitney Simonson, but she actually has the European version. I think she has the European version as like the OtterBox on the back of her cell phone.
Get out! That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I've got your Instagram up. I've got your webpage, and I might have your oh no, I don't. I didn't know if you we'll open anything you want us to open. We'll look through all the fun things. We'll do all the things. But let's start with one of my favorite questions to ask. What can a person who opens an Andrea Jenelle book expect to feel or experience?
So I love writing like really robust relationships. Like my favorite part of writing is that relationship development and that character development. One of the things that I sit down to do before I write every book is I do like a character deep dive before I even start writing about them. Like I have like a mood board for them and I do like these are their struggles, their backstory, this is why they're reacting to this situation this way. And I think it really helps because I know what they need to overcome in the story if I do that beforehand.
I love
So
that.
So you'll definitely get that. You're going to hopefully get character development. You're going to get a lot of steam. All of my books have 3 to 4 explicit open door scenes. And I do not believe beds are okay, but they can be boring. So most of my intimate scenes are not in beds, even the historical ones. So
okay, I have to ask. Okay. And if you want to not tell us, so it's a surprise when we read your books, I totally get it, but I'm going to just ask, what's the most off the wall place that was a setting for
a
that?
stable where she's like up on a sawhorse. And that's actually in my first historical romance, Araminta. That's an Araminta. So
Get out.
But I've also had so one of my contemporaries, it's called No Shadows. They meet when they're both deployed in Afghanistan. So she's a medic and he is an EOD specialist, and he's her brother's best friend, and like they're in the same platoon. So it's like kind of forbidden romance, but they have an interlude in an alley. Because he's comforting her because of what they've seen, but then
the comforting goes a little further. Extreme comforting.
Yes. And then and No Regrets, there is a bad scene, but that sorry, I'll answer that question.
No. Okay. Sorry. Okay, just ignore me. That's how we do it. You just ignore me. No, go ahead. I want to hear it.
You guys I'm sure you guys have heard that phrase, like I'd get in a bed of crackers with you. Well, she actually does that. And it like grossed some readers out, and some readers are like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." You can't please everybody, right?
That is hilarious. That's hilarious. Vi says, "That's wild." I love that. And Lisa's saying she just loves character development the most. I just finished a book by an historical romance by a fantastic author. She writes fantasy and historical. And that was the thing I was really missing, was the character development. Like we had the spice and it was very exciting, like espionage and neat scenes. But yeah, I was just like, I
think it's easier because I don't, like in my historicals, I don't write about nobility. They're all working class. So my series is these 7 sisters, right? The first book, it's the eldest sister, and she's like a widow of a squire, and like she's basically the widow's portion after the 1830s. I don't know if you guys know this or not. If you did not have offspring with your husband, you were screwed. So she didn't have offspring. So now she's like living on the mercy of her former stepson and his wife, and she's basically like this governess to their kids. So it's about her and a farmer who like and like the wealthier farmer, like not Darcy's capacity, but maybe yeah, anyway. But who is a single dad and a war veteran. He's 42, she's 38. So that's the other thing, all of my characters are in their mid-30s or older, so which I know is a even in my historicals. And then the second sister, and that book is actually, so all my historicals are inspired by by my favorite movies and TV shows. So like that one is Sound of Music. Like it's not like Sound of Music, but like a lot of you'll recognize like certain things.
I love it.
Yeah, and the second historical in that series is the next eldest sister, who is a nurse and a midwife. And she meets her love interest when they're both deployed. Well, they're both serving in the field hospital at Scutari during the Crimean War, and that's like where they meet. I had to do so much research. Like,
I cannot imagine. Oh my gosh.
So she's serving under Florence Nightingale. So like Florence Nightingale makes a cameo. Like,
oh my gosh, stop it.
Yeah, but that one is Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, and you'll notice like, oh, let me see if I have. Hold on one second.
I love this.
I can't get to it. I was gonna try to get to it, but I can't get to it.
That's like me. That's the story.
So every chapter in that one is like, Marilyn's diaries. So like every chapter is like a bastardization of like one of the things from her diary. Because I couldn't quote it exactly, but if you're a Grey's Anatomy fan, you'll be able to tell.
Oh,
and then goodness. The one that came out in the third book, which came out in October, was the Christmas one. That is the youngest sister. So she's a widow. Her husband, who she only knew for like 6 weeks before they got married, because he was a soldier, was killed during the Battle of Balaclava. But she had written him these letters while he was there, and he was writing her back. At least she thought it was him. So after he dies, like she gets the letters that he wrote her back, but she doesn't get the letters she wrote him back. Yeah, here we go. This one, yeah.
I wanted to go along and show the covers. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to distract.
No, it's okay.
I know what she's talking about. I know where this is. I wanted to show it while you were talking about it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so it's okay. So she gets this stack of letters like 10 years after her husband died, and she's like, "What is this?" It's the letters that she wrote him, and but there's like a postscript of like where they come from. So she's like, okay, I'm going to go to this place in Scotland and figure out who sent these letters back and why. And that's where she meets him.
Okay. I think
so he's a Scottish, he's like this reclusive. Yeah, it's like, he's like a reclusive Scottish sheep farmer. And he's not nobility. Like they call him Laird is like a courtesy title because he takes care of like everybody in the village, but he's scarred, like the whole left side of his body is scarred from like fuselage. So he's like and he wears a patch on his eye and like, yeah. So that one was Grinch and like the Beauty and the Beast, because he's a recluse and like, it's very, very emotional, especially because he's very like unsure of himself and thinks like nobody will ever like love him or accept him or.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. All of my heroes are cinnamon rolls.
All right, sold, done. That's my favorite.
Me too. Can
we talk about this cover too?
Yeah,
sorry, I don't mean.
And if you guys, so my first historical actually just released an Audible, the Armenta story. It released an Audible in December. So it's solo narrated.
Is it this one? This one?
This one right here. Yeah.
There it is.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and Paige Reisenfeld did the male and the female voices, and she did an amazing job. But the next one, like the Grey's Anatomy one, is it's coming out in Audible this coming fall, and it is duet narrated. So it's like,
love it.
So duet is like, where like you're listening to a screenplay. So like it's the male and the female narrator like talking back and forth, like the whole. I love that. Yeah.
I love
and my male narrator like nailed the Irish accent of the hero. I was like,
oh yay! Oh my gosh, so fun. Yeah. So fun. Okay, we have to go through some of these. I love this. You're gonna love these comments here. Terry says, "Yay, older characters."
Yes. Because I'm 52. I cannot write about a 17-year-old. I'm sorry. I can't.
You know what? And there's plenty of those out there anyway. Yeah. So we need the older characters. We need that. I love Shannon says, I love character and relationship development. I need that to be able to be invested in what happens to them.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, love the older characters and focus on their development as individuals and their relationships. I love what Lisa says too. You're checking all the boxes for me, mid-30s and not about the nobility, adding to my TBR
Yay!
now. And I
And
love
listen, so that's the other thing I wanted to say. All of my books, because I step back. All of my books have a digital and a physical step back. So like when you get the book, it's like, yeah, there's a step back.
Get out! A digital one too? Oh my gosh, I
Digital
love
too.
it.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yes, bring on the older characters. Oh my gosh, Wyoming Wells. I can really see your profile pic. Is this the cutest
I love
puppy?
it. He's so cute.
I actually love this format. This
Mhm.
I didn't change it. I don't know what happened, but I'm loving this. Is that like an underbite? That's the cutest puppy I've ever seen.
So
Sorry, I
cute.
get really distracted. My apologies. So Terry is saying about this gentleman here. That is Foster on the cover.
Yes, it is. I got that. So I got the image from, I paid for the image from VJ Dunraven.
Okay.
And then I used Adobe InDesign to like add all the background and like everything. So all the historicals, the historicals I do my own covers. Like I buy the, and then I do my own cover. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, and is he like 7 feet tall? He looks huge. And
He looks pretty tall. Like when you go to the website, like the other pictures of him, he's probably like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm just looking at his hand on her shoulder. I'm like, good night. He's just
big hands are my thing. My husband's hands are like 2.5 times the size of mine.
That's adorable. That's adorable. I love it. We'll add to our collection on tea and biscuits. We have a book. We have a Discord, a tea and biscuits Discord.
Oh, I love that.
And we actually have a section for just about every cover model we love. Terry's amazing and has compiled everything. It's awesome. Double yay for 50 plus characters. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, good morning, Jesslyn. Hey. Vi says these sound so perfect.
Yeah, they're all of them all of them are on Kobo Plus right now, but Francis Wainwright, the second one, but it actually comes off KU on the 6th of February and it's going into Kobo Plus as well. But they're all available on Hoopla and Libby as well. So
get out. Oh my gosh.
All of my books you can get from your library, but like the only ones you can't get from the library are like some of the novellas that I did with other authors that like are in KU because of the contract. Okay. And then the only reason Francis isn't there is because it got nominated for this award in the UK, and I had to leave it in KU until the award ceremony like happened. So,
oh my gosh,
but it's coming out. So.
That is so exciting. Oh, how wonderful. Well, good luck on the
Thank
award.
you.
Thank you. Wonderful. I love it. Megan says, still need to read your historicals, but I love your
Yes, I know.
Let's talk about some of those right now. If that's okay with you. Can we hear about
that's fine.
I love those covers too. Is that okay if I show
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I love your website, by the way. This is the way that I think.
I need to do this is a one-woman show, so like I really need to like work on it, but yeah, thank you.
No, I love it. It's just very linear. Like I could just read it all, and it's awesome. I loved it. And I love that you have your book release schedule through 2027.
Although I need to add some more stuff there, like stuff I forgot about, like anthologies I'm in and stuff. So
that's too funny. That's too funny. So where should we go? Where do you want to talk about your Willow Creek?
Yeah, let's talk about Willow Creek. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. And P.S. I love that you have music and like sound effects. This is country night on the porch.
Because
you guys hear that?
I grew up with like the crickets and like the whippoorwills.
I mean, your website's like an experience.
Yeah.
I think one of the pages is like ocean waves, right?
That's the paranormal. We'll get to that one. Yeah.
Was loving it. I'm like, this is so fun. Okay, I'll pause it so just to make sure everybody can hear. But yeah, we can go in order. I'll just follow your lead.
Okay. So this is the first book I released. I released it in May of 2022. So this is the first book in the Willow Creek series. As you guys can tell, it's brother's best friend, second chance. She owns an apple orchard, and like that's a huge part of the book. I love it. It was actually, like I said, it was my first book. I did win the Holt. So I won the Holt, which is the RWA Virginia chapters awards, because there are very few awards for published authors now, but I won the Holt for best debut author with this one. So, which was like, I was like in tears. I found out. Yeah.
That's so exciting.
But this one probably is like a very autobiographical in a way, because I was like the nerdy little redheaded girl. But my contemporaries also have step backs. So let me
get out.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna grab one so I can show you. Okay.
Yes, please. We are more than happy to wait for that. Guys, are you just loving this? I love the step backs and the idea. I mean, and I think she said they go off Kindle Unlimited on the 6th of February, if I remember correctly. But yeah, the fact that you can get these places, and I can't speak. I'm too excited. You can get these so many places for free. That's amazing too. I'm so excited. I love Defies. Like, that's amazing. So amazing.
Okay, are we ready?
Okay. I'm so excited. Okay,
first I'm going to show you the step back for CC, because I found a copy of CC over there. So this is CC Wainwright's Christmas.
Oh, I love it.
So, and then I also have art in here, because I had a character artist, and she did like a little, so that's also in there.
And there's the eye patch.
Yeah. Oh. And then this is the step back for No Regrets. Hold on, I'm going to skip my chair a little bit, because that light is really big.
Spotlight.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is not the in color one, but this is 2-page in color, and most copies, this is an art copy. So like it's 2-page in color for, yeah. So that's an all of mine. Like I have like a step backs in all of my books. This is my paranormal step back.
Oh my. Oh my.
Watch your pearls, lady. This is the one for the second paranormal.
Oh wow!
And it's in color, like when you get, because I work with actual artists, so I had them send me line drawings, and then once I approve the line drawing, like they either paint it or do it digitally, whichever is their medium. Yeah. The one I just showed you, she paints in oils, so she actually has a painting of this. Yeah,
I love it. This is so cool. This is so cool. I'm just going.
So the Willow Creek series, like all of the books take place in the same small town, but they're interconnected standalones, because they're all like the characters are connected, but like they'll like pop in and out of the books. But every story is the story of that couple. And you can read it by itself, because I am a mood reader and a mood writer.
There we go. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, this is also the case for my historicals. Like you can start at any point, because I don't want you to have to like have that context to enjoy the story. So, because some of us just read based on tropes, or like if the story just interests us. So
that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. That's really true.
So that's the first one. It's Second Chance, Brother's Best Friend. They have this thing when they're 16, 17, and then he has to leave. He comes back into town 17 years later when they're in their mid-30s, and he has bought half of her family's orchard. Yeah, so they have to work together, and she's like, "You're a butthead." She uses harsher words, but she's like, "You." She's like, "You laugh." So anyway, yeah, it's interesting.
That's
the cracker one. That one has the crackers.
Oh, that's the crackers. Okay.
So this is the second one. So this heroine is one of her best friends, and the male love interest is kind of the villain from the first book. So this one, I think coming out of the pandemic, a lot of us had more social anxiety than we'd had before. So I really wanted to write a female character with social anxiety. So she has social anxiety. She's also a STEMinist. She's the high school science teacher. He is, obviously he was a real estate developer. But he wanted a quieter life. So he came to Willow Creek, and he is actually his younger sister is on the spectrum, so he wanted to start equine therapy ranch. So that's why he came to Willow Creek, because the property was there. So that's he's just starting it. So you don't see that in this book, but you'll see it as the series goes on.
Oh, how cool! I love it.
But he's a cinnamon roll who has a motorcycle and tattoos. So I don't know if that's anybody's thing, but
it could be my thing. It could be my new thing.
right.
I'm excited to find out. How fun. Oh, this looks like a holiday one.
It is. So this is Taryn from the first book's other best friend, Emma. She owns the bakery in Willow Creek. It's called Cupcake on Main. And the love interest is her brother, is Taryn's brother. So Emma has Emma's of Dominican heritage. So she has like this past she's running from New York, and she's kind of in Willow Creek under an assumed identity, and like her past comes back to haunt her. So this is like kind of a bodyguard one. Like he yeah.
Wow. I love a bodyguard. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh, it sounds so exciting. I love it so much. Awesome. Oh, we got another one.
And then this is the one I was talking about. This is the medic and the EOD specialist. So this one was like my most emotional book. So my little brother was a Marine. He was killed the first year of the Iraq War. So this was actually really cathartic for me to like write a love story about people who'd been through that, and you can have a happily ever after. PTSD does not bar you from having that happily ever after.
Wow.
So that's this one. So it's like very like close to my heart, and cried while I was writing it. Still cry every time I read it. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sure this is going to touch so many people's hearts. Oh, wow. That's incredible. I'm so glad that you got to share that with us too. Oh,
okay. This one is like probably my spiciest one.
Oh, really? Some people are like,
my spiciest contemporary. So their meet cute is also my favorite. Their meet cute, she is like, she inherits an inn in Willow Creek, part of an inn, and she is there to take care of the title and stuff. And she's on Main Street, and the only parking is the meters, and she has no quarters, and the meters only take quarters. And she's like cursing and like scrambling in her backseat for quarters, and it's pouring down the rain.
Yeah.
And he like strolls up with his two daughters, and they have like a jar full of quarters. It's their swear jar. So they're like, we have quarters you can borrow. So come to find out, he's a guest at the inn, and like things take off from there. But he is he's an astrophysics professor. So he's like a dirty talking nerd.
Oh, okay.
And this is a little age gap. She's 30 and he's 42. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, neat.
And this one is coming to duet. Oh, that's what I went to say.
Oh, yeah.
No Regrets is an Audible. It's dual narrated. No Promises is an Audible. It's duet narrated. This one is coming to Audible this summer. It's duet narrated.
Oh, boy. That's going to be fun. I love it. I love these titles too, how they're all no regrets, no doubts, no excuses. It's so cute.
So this one, I wanted to write an older, grumpy heroine. So she is 40. She's grumpy. She's been disappointed in life. She owns a lavender farm. And the hero is 28. He's a former baseball player whose career is like in the toilet, and he was like dealing with like addiction issues from like the surgery, like the pain medication he was prescribed for his surgeries. So like he's kind of trying to start over too. So he answers this advertisement to be one of her farm hands. So
I'm loving this.
This one is very popular.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, very
popular. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh, so fun. So fun. Is there one more? Oh no, that's just the end of the thing. That is so fun though. I love it.
And I do include trigger warnings. I don't write dark romance, but I want my readers to know if there's gonna be something that triggers them in the book. So I always have trigger warnings at the beginning of the book. Just to, because like this one, she deals with fertility issues. Like if that is a trigger for some people, I want them to know that like that's in this book, right?
Thank you so much for doing that. I always appreciate when you can find them right at the beginning of the book to know.
Yeah.
That's just so helpful.
Yeah, I have a page that says trigger and content warnings. And because my covers are like, people assume for some reason they're not spicy, which, as we've discussed, they're all spicy. I had to put this thing in the trigger and content warnings that says, these books contain 4 to 5 explicit scenes of open door. If you're not comfortable with this, this is not the book for you.
That's too funny. Well, there you go. Yeah, you never know with the cartoon covers. Some people get surprised.
Yes. And I did have this is like the 3rd iteration of the covers, right? Like I've gone through, like I have 3 different covers, but
I love these. I think they're so cute. When I was looking at the one with the water tower, I was like, I love that they included a water tower.
Yeah, so that's that's the other thing I wanted to say. So every cover is an actual scene from the book.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, so every cover is an actual scene from the book, and the step backs are actual scenes from the book as well. So
oh my gosh,
let me see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can find any color one. Give me 1 second.
Okay, awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I want to read No Regrets in the fall, like in September or something. That would be so fun. I love it. How fun.
Okay, I think I found some in color ones.
Okay.
Let's see.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
As you're looking.
Okay, this is No Doubts. This is a step back.
Wow.
And it's on a washing machine.
I love it.
And then, that's the only one I have. But I'm like sending them for some giveaway. So I was like, let me do the ones that don't have the in color. Oh,
that's fun.
I would have more, but I had a signing at a novel romance on Saturday. I like sold out of everything. So.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Now, do you want to talk about your paranormal?
Yeah, I'm
intrigued.
Paranormal, sure.
I want to see everything. So here we go. This is so you would say, oh yeah, here's the
paranormal romantasy. Yeah,
I love it. I love it. Okay.
So the reason you hear the ocean is because these books are set in the Outer Hebrides. Heroes are
sorry, I don't want
to are Scottish water horse shapeshifters. So that's why you hear the ocean. They all start out in the dark ages. So like right on the cusp between the dark ages and the early middle ages. So like they all begin in like the 11th century.
Wow.
So this one, the first book is the younger brother. Something happens to their family and he becomes imprisoned, and he won't be released from his prison because there's like a gaze, which is like a Celtic curse against him, until his fated maid is born. And she's born like 1,000 years later in Chicago. She's a research librarian. And so he takes a job as a maintenance guy in her apartment complex to get close to her, because to save his kingdom, he has to claim her, steal her, and sacrifice her. Because his kingdom is, and this is where I get a little political, but his kingdom is being affected by climate change, because the Outer Hebrides are very, very vulnerable to climate change. So like I wanted to talk about that, like make that like a subtext, because I'm an environmental attorney. So
you're an environmental attorney?
I am.
So good grief!
So I wanted to talk about that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's that one. And then if you want to scroll up a little bit. Yeah. So this is the second book in the series. This one came out last July. So this is the older brother who something happens to in the first book. His story, this one begins. You get the whole first half of this book takes place before the beginning of the first book, because it's his story and his fated maid story. So he is the prince of their clan, and his fated mate as a green witch that lives on the island. Yeah. So the first half of the story takes place then, and it ends when that thing happens. And then the whole second half of the book is like modern times, when she's figured out how to reverse what happened. So wow. Because I don't want to give away.
Oh no. That's the tricky part, right? Like you want to give a taste, but you don't want to give anything away. I know that. And this
and both of these books have glossaries. So they have like Gallic glossaries. Like, I can show you. I love it. It's in this one.
I
Yeah,
love
it
it.
is. So I'm going to show you the, yeah, see? So it's a glossary of how to pronounce all of the names, all of the unfamiliar words.
That's fantastic. That's very helpful. That's
Yeah,
very
because,
helpful.
you know, and, you know, all of my books have a playlist on Spotify. So, like, if you scan, like, you can listen to the playlist while you're reading.
Oh my heavens, that is so cool. You've thought of everything, I think.
I went that when I like read. I went that whole experience.
Yes. Yes. And Violet has a really good question. Can you talk a bit about changing the covers multiple times? You mentioned that earlier in your contemporary. The new ones are fun. I'm just curious about the reasoning and process behind it.
So, it's all about marketing, right? Like, I'll show you.
Whoa.
Let me show you the very first cover of No Regrets. Actually, I'll show you the first and the second one.
Okay. Oh, this is so fun.
Okay,
We're like
so
learning
so
about
you
the
saw the
best.
first one, or you
Okay.
saw
Yeah.
the current one. This was the first
The
one.
cartoon cover.
Yeah, this was the first one.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And it was not selling, and people wanted cartoon covers. Like, it was not selling. So,
So
yeah,
when you
that's
switched to
that
the
one.
cartoon cover, did you notice a big bump in
Oh
sales?
my gosh, yes. And then this is like the middle one where it was like the
It's
so
like
this is now the step
illustrated.
back, like the full 2-page step back in No
Okay.
Regrets. Like, there's a part you
Oh.
can't see of it, but there's like a little pond with like geese in it, and like a ladder with an apple tree on one side. So
Oh.
that's now the step back. But yeah, this is the second one. But
Oh
yeah,
my
it's about
gosh.
marketing, and it's, you know, I can talk a little bit about how expensive it is. Like, most covers are between 300 and 400 a piece. Same with
Gosh.
art, same with the step back art. It's usually 200 to 400, depending on the artist's experience and, like, you know,
Oh,
but
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So it's
This is
not cheap.
fascinating.
And I don't know if you guys know this. Oh, I guess I kind of want to talk a little bit about Kindle. Can I?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys know this, and this is why I love Kobo over Amazon. I just Amazon for various reasons, right? Yeah, especially knowing what I do now, you guys can imagine.
Yes, and an environmental attorney.
But
Yes.
Amazon pays their authors 0.0003 to 4 cents a page read. So if your book is in Kindle Unlimited, so that's one reason. Like, well, I just am not a big fan. Like, I'll do it for a little bit and then I'll pull it out.
Mm.
So for, say, a book, like, okay, I'll use yesterday as a perfect example. So out of my books I have on KU, 1,700 pages were read. Guess how much I made that day?
Oh gosh.
Less than $3.
Oh no.
So,
Oh,
so you have that. But then but at the same time, those 1,700 pages on Kobo pays you by hour read.
oh.
So because I wanted to do an experiment, right? So, like, last year, I was like, I'm gonna have them, like, because I'll get to that in a second. But I had a different edition of a certain book in each of them, and Kobo, same amount of pages as Amazon, I made $40, and Amazon I made $7 for that book.
Whoa, what a difference.
Huge difference. The other
Wow.
thing is, if you haven't figured out the workaround as an author, if you have your book listed in KDP, which is KU, you cannot have it available digitally anywhere else. That includes libraries, that includes Kobo, that includes your own website, that includes Barnes and Noble, anywhere. It cannot be an ebook anywhere else.
Oh my goodness. I did not know
It's
that.
ridiculous.
Oh man. Well, this is very interesting. You're giving us all kinds of
So please support indie authors by buying their books from their websites, not from Amazon. Okay, so the reason our paperbacks are so expensive on Amazon is, like, if I have if my book is listed for $25 on Amazon, I make $2 off that sale. Whereas, yeah, it's crazy.
where is the rest of the money going? Oh no. Good
I
grief.
guess this is good as mine.
Yeah.
So,
What? Oh no.
yeah, it's
Okay, so this
insane.
is good. This is good to know.
And you know, it's a monopoly, right? So they make it very hard for, like, which is why I support, like, we have 3 romance bookstores in my state, and I'm a huge supporter of them because they're, like, bringing physical books like from local authors, and like it's amazing. I'm like, I want
Yeah.
more of that. Like none of the big box stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I know I speak for all of us when we say we want to support our authors in any
Yeah,
way that we can. So I'm glad you're sharing this with us. I even says, "Oh, I didn't know Kobo did it per hour." That's great to know.
it
That's
is.
so interesting. A couple other comments. I want to make sure I get to everybody. I love Wyoming Wells. This is fantastic. Step backs are making a comeback,
They
and my
are.
toothy dog is named Silly.
And it's so funny. Like so it's indie authors that have step backs in our books now. Like because the publishing houses have all said it's too expensive, we're not doing it. And I'm like you like I can afford $400, but you can't afford $400. What? Like,
Well, that seems interesting, doesn't it?
right? I'm like I think it's I don't think that's true. I don't think it's that they can't afford it. That's what they say, but I don't think that's what's going on
Sure,
between us.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terry asked, and you don't have to answer. She's even asking, may I ask how much money you
So
made with Kindle?
let me talk about how much it costs to do it. Okay, because
Sure.
I'm an open book, right? Not going to gatekeep. So if you and I pay for all of my own. Like I pay the narrators upfront. I don't do royalty share because they're artists too, and I want them to get paid.
Oh,
So if you do solo narration, which is what Paige did, it's about $250 an hour, and that is union rates. Like you have to pay them union rates. Union rates are between $200 and $250 an hour, right, for a
wow.
solo narrator. Dual narration is going to run you about $300 an hour, 300 to 350,
Wow.
and it's based on like word count. Okay,
Okay.
and then duet narration is the most expensive. So duet is the one I was talking about where it's like the back and forth, like you listen to a
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
That one is about $600 an hour. Yeah,
Oh my
600 to 750 an hour is what it costs. So I just this year I just made back my investment um for No Regrets. But I'm like, they're out there though forever, right? So I kind of look at it like that. It's like passive income now. But it
yeah.
takes about a year and a half to earn your money back, if not more. Now, Way Down We Go is duet narrated, and it cost me about $7,000 to produce it. So that one is
Oh,
going to be a while.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, Julie.
But when you guys listen, you'll understand. It's like, it's so worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's
Wow.
expensive and it takes a long time. Depending on, so there are ways you can do it, right? Like, so all of my books right now are just on Audible, iTunes, and like Amazon. But all the ones coming out this year are going to be everywhere. So I'm doing Libra FM, like Hoopla, all Spotify, all that stuff. Just because you know ACX/Audible is owned by Amazon, which again is
Oh,
why they don't
right.
let you put it anywhere else. They have this whole exclusivity thing. It's ridiculous. Like,
Mm.
yeah.
Ooh, another good question. Are you paid per hour listen?
No, nope, nope. You have to. I don't have any in Spot and Hoopla, so I don't know yet. Now the only way you can get them is if you actually buy it. So like every time somebody buys it, I get a percentage of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just my jaw is on the floor this morning. You're schooling us. This is I did not know any of this. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's Listen, we don't do this. Unlike most of us who are indie authors, do not do this to make money. Like we do it as, we do it because we love it.
Right,
Obviously.
right. Well, this
Yeah.
explains why just about every author I've spoken to also has a full-time job. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Oh
yeah, yeah.
my."
I have my undergrad's in English Lit, and then I have an MFA as well. I'm in creative writing, but like I also went to law school, right? So like I've been an attorney, so I'm a regulatory attorney. So like I write regulations and statutes. So it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I'll just say that.
I bet.
Because so
Oh.
yeah, I have a day job, and what I wanted to do, like I had all these notebooks, right? Like 30 years worth of notebooks that I was like, okay, I just need to like do this. So during the pandemic, I was like, I'm just gonna put the first one out there, and like I taught myself how to do everything, taught myself how to format, how to do covers, how to do a
Wow.
website design, how to do Adobe, like Anyway,
I love
so
that.
you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I just love that. So is that when you started writing then during the pandemics? Holy cow.
So
That's
again, like
amazing.
I said, I write really fast because I already have all these ideas. And when I sit down to write, I have the whole the characters are already fleshed out, and I have like a basic plot outline. So I'm what's called a plantser. So you have plotters and you have pantsers. So plotters, they have like index cards that dictate like every scene of what's going to happen. Pantsers just wing it. I don't do either of those things. I'm like somewhere in the middle because like I know certain things I want to happen, but I don't may not know exactly how they're going to happen until the characters just start talking to me. So
I am loving this so much. And we've got several really good questions here.
okay.
Is it better to pay you to buy so is it better pay for you to buy an audiobook versus paperback?
It's
Which is
about the
better?
same. So if you buy the paperback from Amazon or Barnes and Noble, indie authors don't make squat. If you buy the paperback from our website, it's definitely better. Like because we pay wholesale price for our books. Like I have my books printed through Book Vault, and I pay wholesale price. So then I can sell them for the retail price. It's cheaper retail price than is on Amazon or anywhere else, and I definitely make my money back. Plus, you get a signed
Mhm.
copy.
Oh,
And
that's
I
so
also send
fun.
swag. Like I do like all like art and stuff. Like I do stickers for everything and art and candles and
Oh,
um
fun.
yeah, but the audiobook, so say the audiobook is like $18, we make 40% of that back is about what we make. So it's a little better.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than, than KU. So
Sure. Wow. Wow. Vice asks, if I may ask, how do you find it to combine your work as an attorney with being an author?
so they're completely separate. They're completely separate.
Yeah.
Because now there are like things I know. Like I didn't have to look up like the Wills Act and my first historical because like I knew, right? Like I studied it in law school, like I knew. So like
Yeah.
sometimes it comes in handy, for things like that.
Yeah.
But like and like right now, so the one I'm writing right now, I'm writing the fourth Wainwright book. It's been a bear because December was just we had like a death in the family and like
Oh,
I just did not
no.
have time to write. So like I'm scrambling now. But thank God I already have the
Sure.
outline, right? Um so the fourth Wainwright book, it's about the mining industry in Europe, like primarily in Wales, and how child labor was actually a thing until like the 1850s. So the hero in it was like did child labor in the mines. He's like now a self-made inventor, but like I had to do so much research on that. Like I read this book. I talk about it on my Substack, but I read this book. It was like um, children in the coal mine, children in the Welsh coal mines, and like it's like went into like all the details about the jobs they had, and like the injuries, and like
Wow. Oh my gosh. That must have been
yeah, it's
really hard to get
crazy.
through.
What'd you
Wow.
say?
I said that must have been really hard to get through as you were
It was,
researching.
but it was like, but you're like, we've come a long way, but we haven't,
Yeah. Oh
so.
my. Shannon says, I wish I could buy all books from the author's website, but the shipping costs
Aw,
to Canada are ridiculous. That's not the author's fault, but it can be prohibited. Yeah, prohibitive. Yeah. We got a
yeah,
lot of Canadian people in our community. So
exactly.
yeah. Yes, I know. However, I've ordered from Andrea's Etsy store and
She
she
had,
sent so much
except I don't.
extra.
So I stopped. I closed my Etsy store because it was just too much to have all these websites. So you can buy stuff right from my website now, and I do send lots of extra stuff.
That's really fun.
like
That's super
when
fun.
people buy the Willow Creek book, I also send them like I also send them a copy of the Willow Creek cookbook and like
Oh,
a candle,
I
like all this
love it.
other stuff. Yeah.
I love it, I love it. So, what is on the horizon for you? What's coming next? What can we look
So I
for?
have, so I just had an anthology release. So I put together an anthology with my publishing imprint because I founded an LLC when I became an author as well, called Ghosting Out on the Mountain, and it's all different kinds of love stories because there's very spicy stuff. There's reverse harem stuff in there. Why tears? But
Oh my.
all the proceeds are going to the East Tennessee Foundation to help with ongoing Hurricane Helene recovery efforts. So
Wow.
my book that's in there is actually a prequel to a book I'm releasing next year. It's set in 1920s Appalachia, and she is a Melungeon moonshiner, and he is a World War I veteran. So that's like their prequel story. And it ends with a kiss, so it's like sweet, but you know.
Oh, how
He's also a
fun!
shapeshifter, though. Like he's so.
This is so cool.
And then, as I said, the book I have, so I have a release on the 14th. It's part of an anthology. So it's a Willow Creek novella. It's in Tangled Hearts. It's called It Happened in the Library. So one of the things I wanted to do when I wrote the Willow Creek series was have a book club in the books. So there is a romance book club in the books that the librarian runs. So that librarian is getting ready to retire, and the two assistant librarians are vying for her job. So the guy is like the head research librarian, and the female in the story is like the face of like the library, right? And they're like arch enemies. So they're vying for the retiring librarian's job. And since you guys love historical romance, you'll appreciate this. He asks her, like, he's like, you know, I know the one advantage you have over me is that you're like, you love romance and you know the romance genre, and that's like a huge part of this library. He's like, can you school me on that? So she gives him a reading list of historical romances. So I'll tell you guys what they are. So it's For My Lady's Heart, Kingdom of Dreams, When He Was Wicked, The Proposition, what else? When Beauty Tamed the Beast, and Sarah MacLean's Nine Rules to Break when romancing a rake.
Oh, fun!
So they actually, so she makes him read them, and every time after they read them, they have a conversation at lunch, like about the book, like about the tropes, and like, so I got to like deep dive into like what romance really is. I loved it.
That's so fun.
I'm going to do this more, and like my Willow Creek series, the first 4 books they're reading Julianne Long's Pennyroyal Green series. So if you guys have read, so you'll recognize those conversations, like because they talk about and like the characters see themselves. Like I wanted that to be a thing too, where they're like, oh, I'm reading this romance, but I see myself as part of this, and that's like a catalyst, right?
That is so cool. I just love that. Terry's even like that. So
that one, and then I have Jess Wainwright's book is coming. So that's the coal miner. So he's a former coal miner inventor. She's the school teacher. So she's one of the middle sisters. So it's set in Cumbria. Yeah, I love JAL. They have a wager. So like he stole her microscope, and because he wants to get close to her, and they have a wager that like he'll give her back pieces of it at a time if she does certain things.
That's great.
So that's that one. Then I also have the 7th Willow Creek book is coming out in June. It's called No Apologies. So the heroine is the sister of Dex from No Shadows, which is the military hero. She's his sister. She's a single mom. She's the first female firefighter in Willow Creek, and the love interest is the fire chief.
Oh.
Yeah. So okay. And then in April I have I have this like secret project that I'm doing with a bunch of other authors. Like we're doing the announcement on February the 1st, so like stay tuned, you guys.
That's this Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay. You know what? And that actually brings me to my last question. Where can we look for you? Where can we look for this announcement? First of all,
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay.
It'll be on Facebook too. Yeah, it'll be on
Facebook, Instagram. Yeah. You have an amazing website, which we've been perusing. I love that. Where else should we be looking for you?
So I'm on Goodreads. I'm on Amazon. I'm on BookBub. And if you actually go to like, if you go to my Instagram profile and you know that little link at the bottom, it's my Cardco website, and it'll actually take you to all my links. Plus, it also has like where to buy all the stuff that's coming up, but it also has a link to Book Sirens. So if you want to read my arcs and you're not on my arc team, you can read all of them, but like the ones that are part of anthologies, I put on Book Sirens. Now, my ARC team does get copies of the ones that are going into the anthologies. So.
Sorry.
No, it's
so
okay.
Sorry. I was like, maybe I can get the card go up while she's talking. I cannot. And I'm taking away from what you're saying. I apologize. My apologies.
No. So
Well, that's
yeah,
really exciting.
so you can read my arcs on book. And actually it's not just my arcs, like all of from No Shadows on. So No Shadows, No Doubts, No Excuses, Way Down We Go, Araminta, Francis, Wither on the Vine, and Cece, and the Christmas Willow Creek novel that released in December are all on there for you to read. So 9 of my books you can read on Book Sirens. If you know, if you're Canadian and like you don't have access to Kobo Plus or you don't have access to KU, you can read them on Book Sirens.
Awesome. Oh, this is wonderful. Well, I just have to thank you so much for your time this morning. I have been blown away by this time with you. I'm just, you're amazing. You're amazing. And I feel like I do absolutely nothing compared to you. Like,
No,
I'm
not
like
true.
I'm bumping
Not
along.
true.
I
Not
mean,
true.
I'm just so impressed.
It's a lot
How dare
easier.
you.
My kid is in her 30s, so I'm going to be a grandmother in like 3 weeks. So
Oh my gosh,
thank
congratulations.
you.
Oh.
So it's easier because I don't have small children at home. You know, I have time to do all these things. So
Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations. Is it a boy or girl, or do you know?
it's a little boy.
A little boy.
Yeah.
Oh, how
She's very
fun.
excited to like raise him to be a feminist, which
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
girl. Yes, girl.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, thank you again for your time this morning. Is there anything else that you wanted to share before you go? I mean, you said
No, just you guys have been wonderful. I love the questions and I'd love to connect with you. I do have 2 Facebook groups. So if you're interested, I have one for and you can get to those links as well from my Cardco. So Willow Creek Wontons is the contemporary one, and Kravitz and Crinolines is the historical one. But I don't have that link. But if you want to go to that one, if you want in the Kravitz and Crinolines one, just like DM me on Insta or whatever, and I will send you an invite, because that's for like my ARC team, like my permanent ARC team for my historicals. So
well, you've gotten some more new fans today. I'm telling you. We're so excited. We're so very excited. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Thank you
thanks,
so
Vi.
much.
Thank you, Violet. Thank you, Shannon. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. And
It was good to see you, Megan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Megan was excited when she heard you were coming. She's like, oh my gosh, yes. So that was so exciting. Yeah. Well, we are actually, I'm gonna say goodbye to you because I'm going to do something silly and I don't want to have you have to take a part.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right.
It was been wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, you've been wonderful. And I'm just so grateful. And definitely you're a friend of the show now. So come on anytime and we'll be happy to talk about your exciting news. And we're going to be looking on February 1st to see your big announcement.
It will be. It's coming.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, you take care. Thank you again.
You too. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Okay. So are you guys ready? Now, as I mentioned, I don't have any shame. So what we're doing, I'm going to dance because you know why? Before we go into our sprints, we're going to do a 30-minute sprint. We're going to take some time and read. We'll come back and talk about it. I can't believe it. We just talked to Andrea Jenelle for nearly an hour. That was amazing. But that also means why I'm like, okay, we're just going to do 30 minutes. But before we do our 30 minutes, we are going to dance if you want or if you don't have to. Because what I want to do is I want to celebrate Cheryl's birthday, which is coming up in 2 days. And it's on my desktop. Where is it? Okay. You know what? there you are. Okay. Here we go. This is the first time so, you can dance. You want to dance? Because it's Cheryl's birthday. We're celebrating. Or if you have shame, I'm excited. And once this is over, I'm going to start the sprint. So if you're not dancing, you can start now. But I'm excited. It's Cheryl. I know. Happy birthday, Cheryl. Love the energy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Megan. Megan's dancing. I don't have to dance on a Monday morning, right? I love this graphic, but I can't tell if it's creepy or not. Let me know what you think. This might be creepy. looking at it, I was like, I don't know about that one. Yeah, Vi's also dancing. I can after this festival right there. Let's do it. That's right. That's how you do it. Right? Oh, Christina! Yes. You can go to my description box. Just tell me. Tell me in the comments and I'll add it. We definitely want to celebrate you in November. It was fun. I found all the most fun graphics I could. And, oh my gosh, the reason we're doing this music is because I asked Cheryl what her favorite music is. She's like 80s and 90s. So I found the most 80s and 90s song I could find. No, that's good. Woo! November 6th. All right, so I'm going to add it. And that cake was good. I almost want like a bunch of cake. That's what we're going to do. Cheryl's gonna watch this later. Hopefully she'll be happy. That even felt like 80s and 90s, didn't it? So now we are going to do sprints for 30 minutes. I have fun. The dog sledding one again, because I know Terry can't stand the snowmen. Terry, you know I love to kid. But yes. Oh, good. I'm getting more birthdays. Perfect. I'm going to put those down while we do our sprints. Excellent. Oh, I'm dancing to the coffee pot. That's how it's done. On a Monday morning. That's how we do it. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So let me go. I'm just going to mute myself. You don't have to keep hearing me talk. After we come back, I've got a bunch of exciting announcements and I want to hear what you guys have been up to. So, boop. I can't believe it. I won. Terry, you also won. I'd like to thank the Academy and all the people that made this possible. Oh, Violet, I'm so sorry. Violet, it's coming. You know what? Terry said the same thing. And now look at her. She's a winner. There she is, riding off into the sunset. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay. I'm going to remove this. Let's look at all these lovely comments. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and Christina and Shannon, I added your birthdays to the birthday list. So we are all set. I love it. Let's see. Terry, it's not about the snowman. It's just the race in general that she doesn't like. Now, Terry, do we still feel that way after having won, though? Good morning, Cassandra. Yes, happy birthday to Cheryl. She's going to be so happy when she sees this later. All right, Purple Jacket, don't let me down. Sorry. Sorry, Violet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, cute, right? The dog sledding was fun. I think everybody was tired of the snowman, too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're having a great time. I'm so glad you got to join us, and thanks for coming in late. I don't think I got to recognize you earlier because we were in such a deep discussion. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Oh, that was me. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. We'll sync together. But did we, though? Oh, and Terry added the Foster cover to our library in our Discord, the Tea and Biscuits Discord, which if you'd like to join is in my description box. She's got basically every model you can think of, and she's got covers for just about everyone, I tell you. Oh, that was nice having you, Julia, but she had to run. Molly is reading Onyx Storm. Oh my goodness, Molly, how is it? Do tell. But not too much. How did it go, everyone, by the way? Thank you, Molly, for getting me on track. Did we read? Did we get things done? I let the dogs out. I let the dogs in. I made some tea. I checked my email. I tell you. Oh, I'm sorry. We talked about that one. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Megan. Yes. I can't believe, Monday we're just trying to get everything done. Still, I thought I was getting a ton of stuff done over the weekend. Anyone with me? And then you turn into Monday and you're like, I didn't get nearly as much done as I thought. I felt really productive over the weekend. Oh, I hope you like it, Molly. Yes, Onyx Storm. I'm still making my way through Iron Flame for the first time. Ooh, Vi, what are you thinking of that one? Oh gosh, sorry guys. Dogs, dog life. I was doing more work than reading, but I'm enjoying the matrimonial advertisement by Mimi Matthews. Oh boy. Oh, Mimi Matthews. Love her so much. No reading done, but I'm finally ready for my day and to start work. Nice. That's great. I only have the models that I can identify and have a name for them. Okay, that's fair, Terry. That's fair. That's a good point. Okay, but I would be impressed if anybody could come up with a name that she didn't know. I might close my door. Oh, no. For a split second. It's the little one that gets the big one barking. Someone's walking by, I guarantee it. But I have more exciting things than to talk about that. Let's talk about the best book boyfriend bracket. That's right. All the B's, all the alliteration coming in February. We're actually going to be starting Friday. I'm going to close that door. That's going to drive me nuts. Oh, every time. Vi says, I'm only 8 chapters into Iron Flame, but so far enjoying it as much as I enjoyed Fourth Wing. Oh, good. I found that to be the case for me as well. I really enjoyed both of them. They're very different, especially about midway through Iron Flame. But yeah, I enjoyed them. I had a great time reading book 8 of the Outlander series. Oh, Lisa, that's great. That's great. I'm hoping these two guys are now in my room. I'm hoping they're going to take a nap. Why don't you lay down and stop barking? That would be nice. Okay, so we're talking about the best book boyfriend bracket. And oh wait, I've got one more update. I'm doing laundry and getting free books on Kindle. Don't we love the free? Don't we love it? We do. So I'm going to add this to the stage. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Here comes the big reveal, the best book boyfriend bracket. So this is what we've got. I had over the weekend, you may remember, I did a poll, which had over 100 votes, I believe. over the weekend of what do we want to do a book boyfriend bracket based on book characters or cover models, which I misspelled as covers models, which was just great. I should really be banned from community posts. I really should. But it was overwhelming. I think it was 90%. And then the other was the 10%, obviously. 90% of people voted for characters. So overwhelming landslide. This is what people want to do for the best book boyfriend bracket. And so what does this mean? Well, we've got 4 categories. They're going to face off against one another until they start to face off against each other. This is going to take place over 15 days, beginning January 31st. We're going to have opportunities to vote using a Google form that I created. We'll be voting every single day. I'll have links everywhere. I'll talk more about the voting process on Friday when we announce who is on the list, because what we really need to know right now is how to make this list, because as you may notice, it just says add a heading over and over again. There's 16 characters we can have per section. We've got the 4 sections. The number 1, the rake or bad boy. Number 2, the cinnamon roll hero. The number 3, the alpha or protective or possessive hero. And then number 4, one who doesn't really fit any of these other 3 categories, but we want to include him. He defies definition, aka other. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Now, I've thought of several things here. There's a possibility that we're going to have way more than we need in a particular category. If that happens on Friday, I'm going to spin a wheel and we are going to just take the first 16. And that's what we're going to do. If I don't have enough, maybe we'll figure out we can brainstorm together a couple extra. Or we may just decide to chuck, if we don't really have much for, I don't know, the defying definition, for example, we might even just chuck that one. It will all work out. It will all work out. I'm really excited about this. Thank you, Shannon. It looks so fun. It's going to be so much fun. So how can you include lists? And by the way, give me as many names as you want, truly. What I may do, though, if we have like a way more than 16 in a particular category, I may come back to you and say, hey, which one's your favorite? Let's make sure we add that one, but give me as many as you want. There are so many ways to tell which ones you want to be in each category. You can put them in the comments, especially if you're watching this later on, not live. Underneath, feel free to leave a comment and just say something like rake, and then tell me which ones you want, for example, in that. You can also go on the Wake Up to Romance Discord, which is also linked in my description box. I've been working on making that link not expire, which has been driving me crazy. I think the link, knocking on the wood, the link is good. So we'd love for you to join the Wake Up to Romance Discord, in which there is a special section of the Discord devoted specifically to the best book boyfriend bracket. There is a subheading under the bracket for each category. Is this getting like too wordy? Yes, it is. But you can put those answers there. So there's 2 ways. Comments of this video, Discord. You can also feel free to message me on Instagram. And you know what else? If you don't want to do Discord, you don't feel like doing it in the comments, you think of something later, you're always welcome to email me at beingpositive@gmail.com and just tell me. So we're going to be doing this starting now and going until Friday morning when we have our live. I'm really excited about Friday's live, by the way. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But on Friday, we're going to announce the top 16 in each category, and the voting will begin. But for today, Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and up to Friday morning when we meet, you guys can be giving me names all week long. I'm so very excited. So I'm sure there's things that I have not thought of. And so let me know if you have questions. And hopefully I can answer them. I'm sure you've thought of something I haven't, especially here's Terry. If we have more in a category and not enough another one, can we switch them to another team? That's an excellent question. I love that idea, especially if, for example, if he defies definition, aka other, maybe we could have that particular character go in one that he most closely resembles. Well, that's something, if we're not sure, we can absolutely discuss it on Friday. You guys can be my dream team, my brainstormers, and we can just sort of agree together like, oh, okay, he'll work there, he'll work there. So yeah, that is, I know if we have too many great characters, that's probably going to happen. That's why I say also, if I come to you and say, hey, what's your favorite? We may just spin a wheel too. But yeah, that's another good option. We might just do that. We can have a list of extras that we weren't necessarily going to use and pop them there. I love that idea. I love that idea, Terry. So there you have it. So again, just to go through, I think I made a slide for each of these. By the way, I have to share my mug, talking about mug of the day, which we talked with Andrea Jenelle earlier. I just got this at my local grocery store. Is this not the cutest? Obviously for Valentine's Day, but look at the handle. I love it. It's actually like a perfect grip. I love this so much. I might just keep it year round because the way you can hold it, it's so neat. I love it. Anyway, sorry, random. Oh, good. And then there's barking again. I'm going to close my door in a moment. So we have the Rake or Bad Boy. I put Rake for if you were doing historical romance, of course, then Bad Boy would be more contemporary romance. We welcome it all. We've got the Cinnamon Roll Hero, which for those of you that aren't familiar with that term, it's your super sweet golden retriever type male lead, which we love. We love those. We also have the Alpha, Protective, or Possessive Hero. And then the fourth one, just anything else a guy that doesn't seem to fit the bill for any of those things in particular, or maybe he seems like multiple and you just want to put him in this category. This is a great kind of catch-all. So yeah, so there you have it. But I just wanted to make sure I made that announcement today. So yeah, we can start adding even right now people that we want to have in the best book boyfriend bracket. The actual winner will be announced. The ultimate book boyfriend will be announced on Valentine's Day when we have our live show. So I'm just really looking so forward to that. Can people include the book he's from so we get recommendations at the same time? Yes, please. Oh my gosh, yes, please. Shannon, thank you so much for that. Please include the book where your character is from. Because, for example, if somebody just said Sebastian, that's like half of them for Rake or Bad Boy, right? Please include the book. And then what I would like to do, if I have enough room, I'm still figuring out like tweaking in graphic design or whatever, but I'd love to have the cover too. I think that'd be fun. And if their picture is on the cover, it'd be like, oh, this is what they look like. I think that would be really fun. So great question, Shannon. Yes, please include the book. We would love recommendations. Yeah, this is another way to find great book boyfriends, right? And of course, that's what it's all about. I love it. Yes, thank you, Shannon. Plus the author name. Why not? You know what? That's going to help. See, I'm so glad we have you. I have you guys. Really. Author name if you can. Definitely at least the title and the character name. That really helps me. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Talking about other exciting things coming out later this week, let's talk about the new releases. There are several coming out this week. Not a whole lot that are kind of in my purview that you would kind of expect me to be going for. This is Spiral, which is coming out January 28th. He's on the edge while she's on point in this fake dating sports romance from the author of smash hit Collide. Elias Westbrook, a newly drafted hockey player for the Toronto Thunder, is facing the challenges of fame and media scrutiny. With a growing fan base and too many expectations on his shoulders, he's struggling to make his first career goal. The tabloids are reporting on his every move, including which woman he was last seen with, but all he wants to do is escape the spotlight. Enter from stage left, Sage Beaumont, an aspiring ballerina with dreams of joining the Aurora Ballet Theater. But her lack of popularity online leaves her at a major disadvantage for securing the lead role. When Sage finds herself with the perfect opportunity to make her dreams come true by fake dating Elias, she takes her shot. Soon enough, the flimsy, fake dating rules they set in place fall away in the face of their sizzling connection. But before things spiral out of control, Sage and Elias will have to decide if they're willing to take the leap together or if they'll call it quits. And that one is coming out tomorrow, September 28th. We also have an historical romance coming out tomorrow in paperback. This one was actually released digitally and with audio in October of 2024, but now it's coming out in paperback. This is book 4 of the Private Arrangements series. I've actually enjoyed another book in this series. Oh my gosh, so very much. And I read this one, actually finished it yesterday, and I enjoyed it. Very high spice. This was what I was talking about with Andrea earlier. Very high spice, great excitement. For me, just a little less on the character development. I could have used a little more. Let's learn a little bit more about it, though. I definitely think it's worth a read, especially if you like high excitement, like Mission Impossible style espionage and lots of spice. This is going to be for you. It's going to be a hit. He is the ice cold Duke. Julian, the Duke of Hastings, is known for being aloof and utterly in control. For 9 years, he's kept his distance from the only woman who ever cracked his icy exterior, burying himself in work as a top secret government code breaker. Code breakers, right? I was so excited when I saw that. When his latest assignment ensnares him in a lethal aristocratic plot, Julian has no choice but to enlist the help of his estranged wife. She is the prim duchess. To all of society, Caroline Hastings is the perfect duchess. For years, she's masked her pain over her husband's abandonment behind a poised facade. But when Julian unexpectedly returns and sweeps them into a dangerous covert mission, Caroline discovers her frozen Duke isn't quite so indifferent in the bedroom after all. Now, locked in a dangerous chase through London's glittering ballrooms and dark back alleys, Julian and Caroline must catch a killer before he catches them first. So yeah, that one was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. Another sports romance. This one's coming out on January 30th. It's called The Comeback, for those of you that are fans of football romance. I love this cover, by the way. I'm just loving it. I love how they're making a heart with their hands. It's so cute. She looks like a Barbie doll. And I love how we see just the barest hint of midriff there, right above his jeans. I love the art, though. It's just so fun. So my brother's best friend is such a jerk, an imposing, handsome jerk who doesn't trust me. And now we're roommates. He wanders around the apartment in nothing but gray sweatpants. Gray sweatpants, stop. Looking like a broody, tattooed muscle god and playing music that shakes the walls. I want to hate him for treating me like an intruder, but there's something about the way he looks at me, like he's trying to figure me out, that keeps pulling me in. Archer Holland is loyal, caring, and protective with everyone except me. Every time I move around our apartment, I can feel his glare, and the worst part, it only makes me want him more. Not that it matters. He's my brother's best friend, the one guy I can never have. But after a late night rescue, we go from sharing a wall to sharing a bed. I'm not sure what my brother would do if he found out, but it doesn't matter because Archer says it can't happen again. That imposing, handsome jerk is about to find out I'm done playing by his rules. Comeback is a football romance with lots of spice, swoon, and a happily ever after. It's the third book in the Holland Brothers series and can be read as a standalone. Tropes include forced proximity, broody tattooed football hero, sneaking around, ASL and chronic illness rep, and dual point of view, or POV, for those of you that like acronyms. And last but certainly not least, coming out on the 28th, I saved this one for last because I know we have some major Hannah Bonham Young fans that are watching this right now or in the replay. Out of the Woods comes out tomorrow, and I've already heard great things about it. This one is about a married couple who joins a week-long wilderness expedition to help them reconnect in this heartfelt companion novel to the viral TikTok sensation Out on a Limb. High school sweethearts Sarah and Caleb Linwood have always been a sure thing. For the past 17 years, they have had each other's backs through all of life's ups and downs. But Sarah has begun to wonder, who is she without her other half? when she decides to take on a project of her own, fundraising a gala in memory of her late mother. Sarah wants nothing more than to prove herself and to everyone else that she doesn't need Caleb's help to succeed. She's still her mother's daughter after all, independent and capable. That is, until the event fails and Caleb uninvitedly steps in to save the day. The rift that follows unearths a decade of grievances and doubts. Are they truly the same people they were when they got married at 19? Are they supposed to be? In a desperate attempt to fix what they fear is breaking, Sarah and Caleb make the spontaneous decision to get out of their comfort zones and join a grueling hiking trip intended to guide couples through rough patches. What follows is a life-affirming comedy of errors as two nature-averse people fight their way out of the woods in order to find their way back to their roots. I just got goosebumps. So there you have it. Those are our new releases for this week that might be on your radar, or at least now they are. I love what Megan just said. I nominate Sam Moore for Cinnamon Roll Hero. Yes, ma'am. Dr. Samuel Moore from The Widow of Rose House, which we just finished for the Tea and Biscuits read along book club this past month. Yes. I'm so glad you did that, Megan. For sure. Now, I have another very exciting announcement that I'm really, really excited about. This one is actually a la Terry. She told me about this, and we're going to have it on our Discords, probably Tea and Biscuits, and certainly on my Discord, the Wake Up to Romance Discord, under sales and deals. Let me share my screen here. You're going to love this. Stop screen, share the screen. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is awesome. Okay, everybody, get ready. Tomorrow is the Romance Book Blast featuring 1,000 books. 1,000 books. These are hosted by indie authors featuring indie authors. You've got all kinds here. We've got steamy romance, sweet and clean, small town, sports, romantic comedy, dark romance and romantic suspense, paranormal romance, fantasy romance, young and new adult, historical romance, science fiction, and then erotica and erotic. I don't know the difference between erotica and erotic, but okay. One thing, I'll just click on anything so you can see something really neat that they do. I love this here. Can you see this part? They have tags. They tag books so you can see. Pink tags feature authors or protagonists of color. Blue tags feature LGBTQIA plus authors or protagonists. Green tags feature neurodiverse authors or protagonists. And yellow tags feature disabled authors or protagonists. So I just love that they highlight that so you can support people that that you really wouldn't necessarily think of off the top of your head. I started making sense of that sentence and then it stopped. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, what's Terry? Erotic, you have a plot. Erotica, you have not. Oh, thank you, Terry. And you made it rhyme. That makes it even better. So you'll be able to find this if you go to romancebooklovers.com. And again, it's going to be all day tomorrow. You can stuff your e-reader full of free books. I wanted to highlight a few that I was excited about. So let me pop through all of these that I already showed you. I looked in, of course, in the historical romance section. We've got The Beauty Bride, Claire Delacroix. Did I say that right? I'm guessing. And I thought that was going to be, oh, Susan, hello. Hi from Manchester, just finished work. Welcome and good afternoon. The Beauty Bride, which is going to be free tomorrow on the Romance Book Blast. Medieval Scottish romance, runaway bride, arranged marriage, love unexpected, outlaw hero, homecoming, scars, military hero, and family saga. Oh, I got it right? Oh, thank you, Terry. You must be rubbing off on me. I tell you. Also, Fenna Edgewood. I read her, it was an arc over the holidays, The Countess's Christmas Groom. I loved it. I loved it. I want to read more of her. This is going to be one of the first things I download tomorrow. I didn't realize that she's LGBTQIA+, which is neat. We've got a Pride and Prejudice variation, enemies to lovers. We've got a single dad compromising situation, virgin heroine, and small town romance. So that was exciting. Sadie Bosk, who many of you know, author of Color right there. There was alpha hole hero. There's a term I have not heard. Groveling. We all love groveling, don't we? So I love how they've got all the tropes. This looked gorgeous. Pardon me. Groomed for Love, Lost in Cairo. Another protagonist of color, actually. Spicy. Cleopatra references historically accurate China and Egypt. How cool. Also, Samantha Holt, Secrets of a Duke's Daughter, which we have. I think I highlighted her because her name stuck out to me. But yeah, that looked neat. And this one, oh my gosh, It Takes a Spy by Sheridan Jean, strong female protagonist, Victorian era, third person, dual POV, spicy, London, England, little sister, false accusation, wedding. This is where I got really excited. Heist, jewel theft, spies, spy on the run, laundry shoot. Okay, laundry shoot. I'm always looking for laundry shoots. That's not on the bingo board, is it? For those of you that are doing the 25 and 2025 bingo board made by the fabulous Terry, which is on the Tea and Biscuits Discord, by the way, you'll be able to see exactly what books you might download that will fit some of the bingo board spaces, which is really fun. Okay, I'm seeing lots of comments here. Let me look at these. Oh, the pronunciation. Brad was on the cover. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I totally missed it. Is this Brad? Is this Brad? I think it must be. This is going to be terrible for my TBR, but I will check it out anyway because these sound great, right? Exactly. I know. Samantha Holt is a great author. Maybe a little spicy. Okay. It depends on the books. Yeah. Well, this is true. So let's see here. I loved this cover. Author is neurodiverse too, which I thought was neat. This is no spice, Regency romance and shenanigans. But that cover, I'm just so in love with it. So cute. And if you look at the close-up, she has little freckles, which I thought was so darling. Fenna Edgewood hits a couple of prompts. Excellent, Terry. Yeah, I really liked The Countess's Christmas Groom. That's part of a whole, it's the first book in a whole, actually, it's a novella. And there's a series that follows it that is nothing but it's like Upstairs, Downstairs, or Downton Abbey, where you've got the aristocrats falling in love with the people who work for them. And oh, it's just so neat. It's so neat. I love it. You don't really see that. So I loved it. The way they did it is just so beautiful. Oh, so good. I also wanted to highlight Mary Farmer. I've heard her name left, right, and sideways. Anybody that's read her, let us know. What do you think? I wanted to make sure you knew that she has a book that's free tomorrow. What did I want to highlight there? Lighthearted and fun. Nicola Davidson. That's another name I've heard, although I've heard you guys have said it's very, very spicy, so do be aware. But it even says sexy romance. Plus size heroine. Yes. Loving this. Hey, Sock! Sneaking into the back Deborah style. I love it. Good morning, Sock. Mary Farmer is OG. All right. Excellent. And Christina Diane, friend of the show. She was on the other day she was on Tea and Biscuits. That show. Yeah, I really enjoyed talking to Christina Diane. I've read some of her stuff and really enjoyed it. She's very spicy as well. I love the spectacled MMC. I love that so much. Cinnamon roll MMC, yes, please. Idealistic FMC. Notice there's no laundry chute, though. Oh my gosh, too funny. Oh, Daisy Landish. Wow, totally agree. What a cover, right? Here, I'll go back to it. So cute. Forgot to switch my account. Oh no, that's too funny. Oh, hey, Julie. I thought you left. There you are. There's Julie again. Hey. What else? Oh, I wanted to highlight a couple sweet, clean ones too. Oh no, Eliana, for Pete's sake. Eliana Pierce is going to be on our Tea and Biscuits reading sprints with friends in February. I'm really excited about reading her stuff. I've talked to her a couple times and oh my gosh, she has a really neat, in fact, I'll show you. This is the Blighter and the Blue Stocking. Man, this is hard to say for some reason. I love it. You have to be quiet. Desk scene. Too funny. But this I'm really excited about. This is what I want to tell you. She wrote 5 Christmas novellas. This is one of the 5. They're all a different fairy tale twist, which are so fun. I just love that. I think that's so inventive and unique. So you could get this one of those, and then The Blighter and the Blue Stocking for free tomorrow for Eliana Pierce. And then if you want, you can talk to her about it at Tea and Biscuits Reading Sprints with Friends, which is going to be, I can tell you right now, actually, Friday, February 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there you have it. And then talking about, wait, you did what? I left to eat and then came back. The laundry chute has me intrigued. For me as well, Vi, I don't really understand how that could factor into anything. But yes, I'm intrigued. I'm here. I don't know what the other chick was. Oh, we don't know. We don't know, Sock. It could be anyone. February 7th is your birthday, Julie! Yes! Well, there we go. We're going to have to celebrate your birthday on February 7th, Julie. Ooh, Molly's telling us, so far Onyx Storm is great, still close to the beginning. Okay, I haven't started yet. I need to start. You can get stuck in the laundry chute. Okay, that's yes. That is a fair point. Yes, absolutely. Talking about some of the sweet cleans that I saw, and by the way, if you want to see the steamy contemporary, it's like a mile long. I couldn't even figure out like wading through all of that. I was like, I'll let them do it. But there were a couple I wanted to point out. This looks so cute. More than pen pals, childhood friends to lovers, forced proximity, workplace romance, compelling friendships. It's a 1980s setting in Chicago. Low heat, closed door, first person, dual POV. I thought that sounded kind of fun. Also, Camila Isley. I've seen her a lot. I've heard great things. So I wanted to point out that she has a free book tomorrow. And the last one I want to highlight, we have this one. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about this one. This again is a sweet clean. It's A Frigid Hope, a Snow Queen retelling. Hope Ever After. Look at this cover. First of all, good grief. This is so perfect for January. I can't even, I just can't. Sweet romance, fairy tale retelling, strong female, dual POV, no spice, kisses only, royalty, bodyguard best friend, he falls first, talking animal companion. It just sounds precious, right? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Like, this is something I would buy to just have on my shelves in January, right? But of course, you can get it for free tomorrow on your e-reader. I feel bad saying Kindle now after our conversation with Andrea. Yeah. You can fall down the laundry chute while running from a nosy maiden aunt. I bet that's what happens, Sock. I love it so much. Okay. Well, guess what, guys? We have come to about the end. I want to tell you what's going to happen on Friday. Our next live show. Wow, I'm so big. Ugh. Our next live show is Friday. And I wanted to tell you a couple quick things about that. I'm so excited about Friday's show. So Friday, January 31st is our next live show. As I mentioned, it's going to start the Best Book Boyfriend bracket. We will get to talk about all the characters that are up for Best Book Boyfriend 2025. Why not? Let's just say that. We'll maybe narrowing some things down or brainstorming, and then the voting shall begin. So remember, starting now and going to Friday, start giving me all your book boyfriends, all your favorites. And if you need to remember, oh my gosh, words. I'm almost done, guys. How can you tell me? You can email me, as I mentioned earlier, at beingpositive@gmail.com with your favorite characters, what category they fall into, and their book that they're from, as well as author, if you can. That would be good. I'm just going back one more time to show you the categories. Can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Tell me your favorite rake or bad boy, cinnamon roll hero, alpha or protective or possessive hero, or ones that defy definition. You can give me as many as you want. So there you have that. I just put book boyfriends on Discord. Yay! That's another way. Thank you, Lisa. Couldn't have transitioned better myself. You could email me, or you can go on the Wake Up to Romance Discord, which is linked in my description box. You can also leave comments. Tell me in the comments ones that you would love to have included. And you can also message me on Instagram. So many ways to do it. Also, I'll remove that. The February TBR. We're going to talk about our TBRs for February live on Friday. Come ready because the following day is February 1st. So we need to talk about all the books we're looking forward to reading, all the events that are coming up. Man, there's a lot. And if there's readathons, read-alongs that I don't know about, you can tell us. I'm going to put it in my Discord, Wake Up to Romance. We want to know all the good stuff happening in February. Just the stuff that I know. We are going to have the best month. It's going to be so great. I'm so excited. So there's that. And I have a special guest co-host and booktuber Karina from She Dreams in Words is going to be joining me. She has a very big announcement that she wants to share. And there might be a little bit of me included in that as well. So I'm really excited. We're going to have so much fun. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Please, Sock, tell us when is midweek motivation happening? You know, you can always plug on my show. When is it happening, girl? We want to know. When can we see you? We need to find out. And then I have to go pick up my daughter. So do tell. While she's typing it, I'm just going to say goodbye. Have a wonderful week. Let me know who your book boyfriends are in any way that you would like, including messenger pigeon or telegraph. Is it on the weekend? It's probably not. The midweek motivation. Wednesday, January 29th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Sock. Have a great day, everyone. Couldn't have said it better myself, Violet. Yes, truly. Have a great day. Enjoy your week. You'll be seeing me here and there sporadically, but definitely we're going to be getting back together. At the end of the week, we'll talk about how this week went, but I have good feelings for all of us. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Oh, and yes, it's on Bargain Counter Argument. That is the channel for her midweek motivation on Wednesday, January 29th at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This was so much fun. It was so much fun. I'm so glad you got to join us. See everyone on Friday. Have a great one. Thank you for making my day and my week with your presence. I tell you, you guys are the best. So I'll see you guys soon. Have a great one. Until next time. Bye-bye.